So hello, we are here. I'm Eloisa, this is Vinicius, and we're going to talk about a manga that you chose, right? That is Jujutsu Kaisen. So why did you choose this manga? Let's start. Yes, like this.
I chose it because I like it, or I thought I did until I reread it. No, but I still do. I think it's just Japanese Harry Potter, and I like that.
Yes, I had this feeling too when reading. I had an idea of what was about, but then I had this
Mhm.
feeling too. Okay.
Yeah, and the second season of the anime adaptation is coming out now, and so people are talking about it again. So I thought it would
Okay.
be, I don't know, it was just on my mind. I'm caught up on the anime. It's very beautiful,
Yes, it
and
is.
it's approaching spooky season, and it's very witchy, scary stuff. So I thought it would be interesting.
Yes, and do you like these? Of course you like, yes, this idea of a curse, yes, and of all of these. But what do you prefer when reading? The villains or the good guys? What? Or you don't
Oh,
have a preference? You prefer the plot itself?
mm, I think a story is only as good as its villain.
Uh-huh.
So if you have weak characterization for an antagonist, your story is going to be kind of generic, in my
Yes,
opinion.
I agree. Maybe yes. For example, in this story, I like the antagonist, but of course, I think he likes a little bit of his story. I would say. I don't know if just a
Yeah,
feeling, but yes, he just
well,
appears.
yes.
Yes, and then we know.
Eh,
But
if we're talking about Volume Zero in specific,
yes,
I think this
I'm talking about
story, yeah,
Zero.
I think this story needed to be fleshed out, more chapters, more time with the
Science.
characters. But yeah, the last chapter of Volume Zero really, I hate it. It's really bad for me.
But why? I like it in general. I like it, of course. I have my opinions, but in general,
Yeah,
it's okay.
I think it's because they kept undermining the
Yes.
antagonist, right? He's supposed to be really powerful and an actual threat,
No, it's
but
true.
the narrative keeps making a fool out of him.
It's
So
true.
in the end, he was kind of weak, and I
Yes.
didn't like that.
No, I agree. I felt it was very easy, yes, to defeat him. Like, oh, there's not really a problem. Yeah, so this is
Yeah, yeah. We needed to see him succeed at something,
yes. And I
right?
agree. Not like super agree, but I kind of agree with his opinion. Like this idea because it's today this is very common. For example, Thanos, all these antagonists that say, oh, humankind is the worst
Mm-hmm.
and we are better, so let's do something about it. So what do
Yeah,
you think
he's
about his opinion about, so for example, I think they use the curse in a very, I don't know, lame way, right? And I think I'm better and I will do
right.
something about it. So what do you think about his opinion?
I think it makes logical sense for him to want to get rid of uh, people who aren't magical
Mm-hmm.
because curses come from the negative emotions of people who aren't sorcerers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
it does make sense. But again, we needed more time with him and we
Yes.
actually needed to understand him better. I
Yes.
also think we needed to see his relationship with Gojo a lot more.
Yes, because yeah, in the end we see that they are kind of friends or they kind of know each other and then it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
like I said,
So
they're supposed to be Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
Ah, yeah.
They
No,
used to be
I had this
friends, and
feeling
then
too. Yes, but we didn't see. And yes, I agree. We didn't see a lot of him in general. And I don't know. We're going to
yeah,
say something.
it's like they try to erase their connection
Yeah. Yes. Just in the
throughout the
end.
narrative, because there's a point where Gojo says that he recognizes the residuals of Geto's curse
Hmm.
energy or whatever. But then when they are confronting each other at the end, Gojo acts like he didn't know that Geto was the one responsible for that weird, goofy looking curse that Yuta had to fight.
Yeah. So.
Hey, also disregard everything that I just said because it's wrong. They were not talking about the moment that I said that they were talking about. They were talking about the elementary school moment with Yuta and Maki. So the only mistake is me thinking that there was a mistake where there wasn't. And so the example is wrong, but I still stand by my argument of queer erasure because why would they censor Gojo's speech bubble at the end? So, yeah. And this was supposed to be like a standalone thing. So the argument that it's going to be a plot twist later on is out of the table, in my opinion. So yeah, sorry about that.
So I thought that was really odd because it's like a plot hole, but I think that it's trying to undercut or make it less potent Gojo's statement that he recognizes
Hmm.
Geto's magic, which kind of implies a pretty intimate relationship. I would say romantic. When he says my one and
Yes.
only, that um, phrase
Hmm.
stuck out to me because they tried to do something that was very no homo bromance, whatever, with them at the end. And then this one really, I don't know, it sticks out. It was really
Yeah.
odd.
And I think makes sense because like I can see a metaphor in this, of course, yes, in this. Oh, is manifesting something that is inside. So it would only make sense to show the relationship between them and how they manifest all these
Yeah.
emotions. That is, of course, in other people too, but then they uh keep it all to them.
Yeah.
So
Well,
uh
for me, Volume Zero is really about trying to get rid of toxic love. They call it cursed love,
yes, try to
right?
get rid of this yes that I would see as emotion, but it's not a good emotion. It's like a toxic emotion or toxic love,
Yeah, yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
So like Gojo and Yuta, they mirror each other, and so Rika and Geto mirror each other. They
Yes.
even refer to Geto as a curse twice on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yes.
like, okay, so I thought that the story should have gone like Geto should have killed all of the students, including Yuta, gotten Rika,
Gore.
and yeah, and then Gojo would have had to fight Geto at the end and then kill him
Yes, it would
before
be
he
more
becomes cursed, right?
profound. Yes, it would be
Right,
more.
because the literal thing of the first chapter is called The Cursed Child, which is the name of
Yes.
the Harry Potter play, by the
No,
way.
it's true. It's true. Yes, I saw it. So, yeah. And
Yeah,
it,
and then so
no,
that's
just.
why I think Yuta should have died. He's already cursed, right? But then they
Mm-hmm.
changed the
Yes, and
dynamic,
then.
which makes it kind of thematically odd
Yes, I
for
imagine
me.
he will die. Like I said, I never read it before, so I imagine he will die because that's what we imagine. And then when you see the first volume, like I said, I didn't read the other ones, but I imagine it's kind of a similar situation, right? He's going the other character, right? He's going to the same path of in the end he has to die. I don't know if he's going to die.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're talking about the first volume now, like
Yes,
with
now the first. Yes, of
Itadori.
course. I'm sorry. I yes.
Yeah. No, it's true. They mirror each other a lot. They're both kind of trapped in this weird room with Gojo, and Gojo's explaining
Yes,
what's going
yes.
on. Yeah.
So the like Volume Zero, they is a different story, but I think it's the same idea of a Harry Potter kid. Yes, that
Yeah, no, that's true.
doesn't
It's true.
fit. Yes, and then he's in this new school and trying to figure it out. And Volume 1, 2, but I don't know how it's going to end. Because I never.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like I said, I
The
like
first volume.
volume one a lot more because we just had introduction to the
Yeah.
themes, the topics, the characters, so it's a lot nicer and more fleshed out for me, in my opinion. And I don't know if you noticed this, but this idea that Sukunas, who is the antagonist now,
Yes.
his power or so is in objects, right?
Yes.
That's so Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And it makes sense because it's a way to control the power, but it's very Harry Potter, yes.
Yeah,
I
he can
realized.
even sense them like in the movie. He can like hear the Horcruxes or whatever.
Yes, and I think I'm not good with names. I had all the names here, but I'm not good. But I think each one of them has a different manifestation. And you have the girl, what's her name again?
No better. No better. Could you say?
No, this I thinking about Volume Zero. Correct me if
Maki.
I'm wrong. That she is like, oh, I'm not from a family, or
Yeah,
I just interested in magic. I think
you're back
yes,
now.
yes.
You're back. Okay.
Okay. So she's
Are
just a
you
muggle
talking about?
born or something like that.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about the girl with glasses from
I think I'm
Volume
talking
Zero?
about the yes, I because I read both volumes and I'm mixing everything. But this girl that they say, oh, she's not she's just into magic, but she's like a muggle born, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
she's
volume
from.
zero. That's it.
Yeah, she's
I can.
from one of the three big, like, famous families of Jujutsu sorcery, the Zenin clan. But
Ah.
she doesn't have any cursed techniques,
Yes, curse.
cursed
Yes.
energy.
So I felt this energy. Okay, she is, of course, she is related, but at the same time, oh, she's not as the other ones. But yes, I was thinking about that. But in volume one, also each one of them have their own not
Hmm.
power, but their own curse. They want way to manage the
Yeah.
situation.
Well, uh, Itadori, he doesn't have like cursed energy. He couldn't even see the
Yeah.
curses before he swallowed
Yes.
the finger. And Fushiguro, he even comments, is he like Zenin? Or he's talking about Maki,
Uh-huh.
the character. So I really like the three characters that we were introduced to.
Yes, yes. Like I said, I don't know a lot, but until now is nice. Yes,
Hmm.
it's
Yeah, you get Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura basically, and
yes,
Gojo and
yes,
Kakashi. Yeah,
yes. So basically,
yeah,
is the same dynamics, right? In a
yeah.
way.
Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Yeah,
Yes, always this dynamics that repeats itself, but
yeah.
and
It's the archetype, right?
yeah. We know a lot about that, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think of this gross idea of swallowing a finger? And what do you think about fingers as objects, as cursed objects?
I think it's so fucking weird.
It's weird, but it's different. Yes,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
weird. It's kind of cannibalistic,
Yeah.
which is very intimate. He's like if you're thinking about like Freudian stuff, like fingering, you know,
Yeah.
that's kind of weird and inappropriate. But I like it. I don't know. I like Sukuna. I think
Yes,
he's kind of goofy.
I
Kind of
like.
goofy. I don't know. I like it.
I like this idea too, and I agree. And they say, if you think about Freud too, they say, for example, the hand is also something that we can say like uh phallic or related to like the hand is a manifestation of power too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he has
So
four hands, right? So
yeah, so
he has a
all the
lot of
fingers.
power.
So I think
Yeah.
it's like double meaning. Yeah,
Yeah.
so power, if you think about like you said, double meaning when he solves.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that they made a point to mention that Gojo is supposed to be the most powerful
Yeah.
sorcerer in the
No, yes,
world.
it's true.
And
Gojo is
fought
supposed.
he fought kind of Sukuna in
Yeah.
the first chapter. So I think this is kind of foreshadowing maybe
Ah,
a confrontation between those two characters. Because he said, "Oh no, I would win in a fight against Sukuna,"
yes, yes.
right?
In this moment, I thought, okay, because they were all like, "Oh, this is so complicated," and then, "Oh, but I will win." So
Yeah. But I have a question. Did you like it? The the
like
manga?
it. Yeah, as you said that. Oh, I read it again, and I don't know, you wrote it, so I was like, oh, but I like it a lot. I think it's
Yeah, I
entertaining
was.
and a lot of
Mhm.
references.
Yeah, I was worried because I didn't like Volume Zero, and I watched the film. I went to the cinema to watch it, and I liked it. But
Okay,
I
so it's
never. I guess I just watched it and read it, enjoyed it, didn't really think about it, you know? Because
okay, yeah.
now I look at it and I specifically Volume Zero, I really dislike it because
No, I agree. After, of course, I haven't read it when you told me, but after you told me, I kind of agree with this that this ending doesn't make a lot of sense. Yes,
Mhm.
and
And I
I
think
like when people die. I like I like this.
yeah, I think it's just a problem that when you're not a famous artist, the editor has a lot of power over your work.
Yes, and this happen in movies too. It's not only in everything in
Yes,
life. Yes, uh,
yes.
people complain, oh, it's not a movie that I recorded, or it's not a book that I wrote it. So yes, but
Yeah, you kind of have to compromise your work, and then you can like have creative freedom after your name has kind of marketable power around.
yeah, I think this would be difficult. Yes, for me if I needed to, but okay. But I
Yeah,
imagine it's a difficult situation to allow people to do stuff with our art, but then you need to because it's the only way. Yes.
yeah, you have to decide if it's worth it to compromise so you can have a career and then
Mm-hmm.
you get creative freedom, or if you're unwilling to do that.
Yes, I think a lot of people do that too. They compromise some artworks and then after they say, "Oh, this is not really even me." Yes, it's not,
Hmm.
and then they start like a new
Yeah,
career. But based on that, of course, it is work. Yes, it is
yes.
related to the person, of course, but they say, oh, they detach a little bit. Like it's not.
Yeah, I think it would be very, I don't know, it would be, it's a difficult situation to be in because creative work is quite emotional, right?
Yes, in person, it's difficult to not be. We try to, but it's difficult to not put like emotions and to not go deep in what you do when you do this. Yes, and then you have to
Yeah.
just, I don't know,
Hmm.
let people turn it
Yeah,
apart. So.
I, I agree. Yeah, but did you like the ending of Volume One?
Then
It ended
I
on a
what happened at the end? I forgot already. Let me see here. The
Right, so
last.
Sukuna comes, takes over Yuji's body.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, no, it's true. I like it. I think is I really want to see what is going to happen next. So I think that shows, yes, that is
Oh,
a good ending. And I like all this idea of, oh, there's 20 fingers and then I will swallow them all, and then what was going to happen every time. That's this. But
yeah,
I like all the ending. Yes, I'm seeing now because I had forgotten already. Bad
yeah.
memory.
What did you
But
think of each of the characters that we met in Volume 1?
I think like you were talking about, they're pretty much the same as like the
Yeah,
stereotype or the archetype of I think, for example, one thing that to me maybe, I don't know, maybe it's me, but it bothers me a little bit, is this idea that oh, when you Itadori, yes, his grandfather, right? His grandpa dies, and then he says you have to do something good. And okay, it's okay, but then he's like, oh, everything I need to do is because I need to be good. And then
yeah,
even people say this to him, yes, but you can go around doing stuff because you need to, or because somebody told you to. So this is the only thing that bothers me, because like, okay, helping people, but what else? Right? But
yeah.
I like the characters. I think they are great.
What was your favorite character?
So I'm thinking about it. I like, it's the first volume is Nobara, right?
Yes,
I like her. She's very, I don't know.
I like her voodoo kind of magic. Really
Yes,
nice.
yes. And people were like, yes, she's
Yeah,
very,
she's funny. She's funny. I like the. She's a female character in a battle shonen manga who is not
yeah.
boring. You know, who is
Yeah,
not badly
she's
written.
not boring, and she's like, okay, let's do this and then go and eat. And then I think, oh,
Yeah, she's not demure or quiet. She's also not in love with any of the characters,
yeah, she's not in love and she seems
which
like
I
to,
really like.
yeah, I like it too, because it's not like only about this. And I
Yeah,
think
I
she's
have.
really, yeah, you can.
Okay, sorry. Because I have like Naruto trauma
Ah, okay, with this, I think we are
of
again.
the
Ah, yeah.
male characters, you know, and I really hated that when I was a
Ah,
kid.
yes. No, and I think too, yes, it's true. And I think in general, sometimes it's all about romance in the end, but
Hmm.
we have these problems specifically, for example, for girls too. And but I
Hmm.
think it's a problem, like when I like a love story. But here is nice
Yeah,
that it's not only about
I
this.
also enjoy a love story, but when it's just the entire character, the love story, it's kind of
Yes, the entire personalities.
unengaging.
It's like, it's
Yeah,
your personality is to love somebody,
yeah,
right?
it's like it's not a person. It doesn't feel like a fully fledged character, right? It feels like
Yes,
a caricature of a person,
I
which I
agree. Yes.
suppose it is because it's literal drawings on a
Mm-hmm.
page. But I like a little bit of, I don't know, zesty spice for my
Yes,
characters.
I like to. I like I and yeah, I agree. I think, but do like the characters' development of each one of them. I
Hmm.
Yes, we were talking about Nobara. Until now, I think, yes.
Yeah, I think my favorite one is probably Megami.
Ah,
I think
okay.
I
Yes,
like.
I
Yeah,
like him
he's
too.
the he's the emo gothy one. I like
Yes,
him.
yes. And he's like, oh, I
Yeah, and
not
I like
into any bullshit. Yes.
yeah I like his animals. And I don't know. I think his powers are really interesting.
Personalities and his personality too. Like this is what I like the most. They don't seem to be problematic in a way. Like they.
Yeah, yeah, they're
What I'm
very.
talking about, right? They're
No,
very.
no, no. I know they are very likable
Yes, they're very
characters.
likable. Yes.
Yes. Gojo, in this one, he works as a comic relief, right?
Yeah.
It's very similar to Dumbledore in the first couple of Harry Potter books, isn't it?
Yes. It
He
is.
also
It is.
he's supposed to have white hair and blue eyes. He wears glasses. That's Dumbledore. Like I don't know
Ah,
what to
yeah.
tell you.
Yes, I think. Did the author say he was inspired by, or
I
never?
I
It's never
don't
mentioned.
know, but it's a magic school post
Yes, it's a
Harry
clear
Potter.
reference.
Yeah, it is probably influenced by it.
But I do find it funny because I'm kind of silly. So
Mhm.
every silly joke to me is okay. Like I do enjoy this comic really, right?
Me too. It's very goofy. It's a goofy kind of.
It is.
I don't know. It's lighthearted. It's very easy to read. The art is beautiful. I really like
Yes.
the kind of more sharp edges and stuff like that. It's quite clean. Yeah, I liked it. Volume 1 is a lot better than Volume 0, in my opinion.
Yes, I think too. I think too. I enjoyed both, but I agree. I agree. And then we talked about okay, Megumi and Nobara, and we talked about Itadori. I don't remember. Gojo we talked
Well,
about. And we talked
yeah,
about.
we should talk more about Itadori. Yeah, what did you think of him?
So I said like I have only this opinion that oh he's too much worried about being good, but at the same time I like that he's like oh, okay whatever, and then he swallows a finger, and then now I have
Yeah,
to deal with this. So I like his
yeah,
personality that is
uh-huh. It's
go with the
quite
flow too.
it's quite over the top, right? When it comes to the characters in this type of fiction
Yeah.
specific, they keep like yelling about their motivations and their goals
Ah, yes, because
and stuff.
it's this I think of fantasy, for example, and all of this that is good and evil, and then so I think they must say their intentions. Yes, they must be clear. Yes.
Yeah, it's so people understand it, right? It's
Yes.
you're trying to get quite a young audience of people
Yes.
to follow along.
Sense. Yes, it makes sense in this when you think about this modern, as like you said, like
Yeah.
this when you think about this narrative
Well, I
type.
think it's kind of funny because the characters are easy to understand, perhaps a little bit too easy. Maybe they like a little bit of nuance or whatever. But when it comes to the magic, it's so complicated. they keep
Yeah, no, I
they have
agree, I agree.
so many rules.
I agree.
Each person has a different power and how it works, and it's so difficult to understand. So
Yes, I
it's
think it's
interesting.
I probably like to read and concentrate in what I'm reading, and it's difficult to keep up, but it's nice. I think this is is what we
Yeah, people
need.
who
But
really
it's
care about the magic, how it works, they
yes, this is very
they
interesting.
would really like it. And from what I've heard, the Jujutsu Kaisen magical system or power system, I think they call it, is quite good. But
Ah, okay, yeah.
honestly, I don't understand it.
Yes, I would
but
ask
I
you now.
but I
Like,
just like it.
but you said that you don't understand because I don't understand a lot too. So I want to
Yeah,
ask you. I don't know if you know a lot, like the different kinds of powers. Like, what do you understand about this?
I don't know. It's so I don't know. I feel like there has to be an easier way of explaining these powers, but it's like the writers of these stories, they like to make it complicated for no
Okay,
reason.
so you think maybe could be easier. Maybe it's that because like I recognize some things when I read. Oh, this is this reference, but at the same time, there's a lot of rules and
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't get it. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I just read it and I just go with it. No, for the vibes.
Yes.
I'm just here for the vibes, to be
Yes.
honest.
So, for example, if you think I voodoo, okay, something
Hmm.
similar, and then oh, this is an object, a cursed object. So references
Yeah,
that are very common, but then in a different context, as there's not.
yeah.
So
There's a lot of mythology inspired
yeah.
stuff in manga usually. In this one,
Ah,
a
okay,
lot as well.
yes.
But it's definitely stuff that I'm not really familiar with. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
Buddhism and things like that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Do you recognize a specific? Of course, I recognized Harry Potter, but like any specific reference from anything else? I don't know.
Uh-huh. I think in Volume Zero, Geto is supposed to be a character from Yu Yu Hakusho, which is a manga from the
Ah,
90s.
okay. Yes, I didn't
It's
know
supposed
that.
to be a character called Shinobu Sensui, I think is his name. He's the most interesting character in that work. The part that he's involved in is my favorite one. It's really
Ah,
good.
yes.
So I
So
got that. I also think
okay.
that him and Gojo are supposed to represent yin and yang,
Ah, yes.
right? The black and white.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, minus the sexism, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
the female one is supposed to be the black one, the passive one, the one that invites things into her body or whatever.
I think
And so the author just
yeah.
said, let's just make it two men. And the powers, they reflect that, right? Gojo kind of attacks and Geto kind of feeds off of
Mm-hmm.
negativity and stuff. That's really interesting. And also he has
Yes.
long hair, which is feminine usually, right?
No, yes, I think this thing of sexism it is a problem because I like these areas of yin and yang, and if you think about Jung, for example, it is
Yeah,
kind of a problem that is it is there, but at the same time, if you think about everybody has both energies inside them, I think this idea is nicer, let's say.
yeah, I
But I
agree.
think this idea of complements, even I don't know,
Yeah.
to talk
No,
about
I
this
agree.
opposite.
Also, did you? I don't think you noticed this, but I think that Ghetto's robes that he wears, it's called Gojo Gesa, literally Gojo. So it's very odd that their relationship was kind of not explored more
Yeah.
profoundly.
No, no, I agree. I think they should have. Yes, but
Yeah,
what can
whatever, it's
we
fine.
do? Yes.
Yeah,
So, we have 3 minutes. Yes, in
yeah.
this moment. Do you want to add something else? Or
No, well, Volume Zero, I would say I give it like a 2 out of 5 stars because I didn't like the ending.
okay.
Volume One, I give it like a 5 out of 5 because I really enjoyed it. Nothing really annoyed me.
Yes, I think I'll give 3 or 4 out of 5 to Volume Zero because it's my first time reading and I enjoy
Mhm.
it and I know it has problems, but and
Yeah,
then the second one I agree 5 out of
yeah,
5.
yeah. But would you like to continue with it, or are you like
Yes,
done?
yes, because now we start and I want to know what's going to happen. Yes, and of
Okay,
course continue doing
okay.
this.
So we can read 3 and 4 and then talk about them later.
Yes, we can talk about it and then yes, people can add their different opinions and views and
Yeah,
I'll
maybe
see
they're gonna
around
explain the
too.
powers as well, so we can understand them.
Yes, you can see. Yes, have you seen what other? You told us that you have seen what other people talk about this. Yes, about this. Uh,
Yeah,
so this is nice too to talk about what other people think and also of what we think.
yeah.
That's
Well, in general, people really love Jujutsu Kaisen. It's probably the most
okay. So
famous anime manga right now.
I love it. I haven't read it yet, so I
Yeah,
like it. I like it. It's
no, it's
great.
cool. It's cool.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
All
So
right.
thank you. And that's it.